What is going on, guys? I am Samuel and welcome back to Louisiana. Today I am in New Orleans. That right there is the corner of the Superdome, actually. And I'm gonna go try and ride BMX in New Orleans. I haven't been in New Orleans in a very long time, since before I was filming for this YouTube channel. It's probably been about 7 years or so since I've been here. So I'm kind of stoked to be here. It's gonna be fun. And we're gonna go ride BMX at the skate park here. I don't know, I think it started out as a DIY skate park. Now it's got some actual concrete bowls and stuff. It's underneath an overpass. So it's definitely gonna be an interesting ride. And New Orleans has such a unique vibe that it's gonna be really fun to be here and ride my bike. So let's get this adventure started. This Hyatt hotel is really cool. There's some crazy glass windows over here, and you can look down and see the rest of the hotel under you, and you can see some other elevators. Oh, look at this elevator. It's so cool. It's glass. You get to look down and you can kind of see some of the lobby out there. That's awesome. And you don't hit any buttons in here. You select your level outside the elevator and it just takes you to it. This hotel is so cool. And there's a Superdome right behind us. If you play football, that's where you go. Pretty cool. So right now we're at Parasite Skatepark. It's kind of a DIY skate park, but it's got a lot of actually pretty good concrete stuff. And we're under Interstate 610, so this is kind of gonna be something interesting to ride. And I'm interested to roll around and see what it's like. I've got no clue, so let's check this place out. We've got an actually proper little mini ramp here underneath this interstate. So I'm gonna try and ride this and see what this thing is like. There's some concrete bowls and stuff over there that's gonna be super interesting to check out. I don't really know the history behind the skate park, but it's absolutely crazy that it's here. New Orleans on the BMX, let's get it. Let's maybe get a little double peg on this coping over here and then maybe a toboggan on that quarter. That'll be fun. So I think we're gonna leave riding this little mini ramp. It's really fun, but you gotta go to this quarter pipe. It's super steep, it's super vertical at the top. This is gonna be fun to ride. Also, the sound of the cars going over you is really weird to think about. Like, there's a bunch of weight over my head right now. What a cool spot to ride. This is so unique. That's something I need to do that I haven't done yet. I want to do a bar air on this quarter pipe. That would be cool to knock out underneath this interstate. That was a little sketchy, but we'll take it. Yeah, we've got this little mini spine here. So we're gonna do a little 360 over it. I don't think I'll go high enough to hit my head up there, but it's a weird little middle thing to be riding under stuff. I don't usually do that. So let's do the little spine. That's actually kind of cool. The lip is really poppy on it, but it's fun. Now, we gotta go check out the big part, the concrete bowl. That's gonna be weird. I haven't even seen it yet. Let's go check it out. Wait, look at this. What is this, like a shark fin for a mountain bike, but it's out of concrete? I don't even know what you do on this feature. It looks so weird. This is the most unique feature I've ever seen in a skate park. That is so interesting. I barely even know how to ride it. It's not got much pop at the top, so you have to pull super hard. It's weird to get speed because there's little bumps right on the ground in front of it, but it's fun. And this place is a DIY skate park, and the engineering that's going into building is actually super impressive. Check out the way they've actually built all the forms to hold the shape of the ramps, and then they put the concrete on top and finish it really smoothly. This is unique. I've never ridden a place actually quite like this. And look at all the stuff that's going into building this side. There's a lot of intricate little parts and pieces to form all this together. It's an interesting way to build it. The big ball underneath this interstate is what we're going to check out now. It looks crazy. Let's see what it's got to offer. Wow, look at this place. I don't even know how to describe it. It's actually so well built, and I really don't know how. This is insane. So I'm so stoked to ride this place. Let's find a quarter pipe and get our first lap. That might be the biggest quarter pipe I've done a double peg on. That was actually super fun. It worked better than I thought. This is a cool spot. This is one of the craziest spines I've ever found in a skate park. This is a proper swimming pool type bowl. And it's got some pretty important rules over there. You've got to follow no running, no diving, no peeing, no bike pegs, no graffiti, and no glass. I kind of want to give this thing a rip. It looks mental. Look how deep this deep part is and how shallow this part is. That's crazy. We've got to get the bike out and ride this. But we can't do any peg tricks on the coping. We won't do that. That's okay. Top 10 most interesting spots I've ridden on my bike. I didn't expect a DIY swimming pool under an interstate to be up there. I thought this little hip might be fun to ride and get some tricks over it because I love doing stuff over hips, but it's actually not. It's deathly because there's this little bump jump that's right after you land, ready to catch your front tire and just flip you head first on the concrete. So we're not doing that anymore. I'm done with this little hip. No bueno to that. Little ledge is a bit wobbly, but actually feels pretty solid. I am impressed at how good everything is at this DIY skate park. I was not expecting that. It's almost professional, but it's still DIY. but it's a weird mix in between. It's kind of cool. So we talked to some of the guys here, and there's even more interesting history to the skate park. The Ryan Sheckler Foundation actually built some of the concrete bowls over here. I did not know that's how the skate park arrived. It started out as a DIY skate park, but now it's a lot more than that. So it's actually super cool that I got to ride this. Everything flowed really well. The concrete's pretty good. So it's time to leave the skate park now. It's been a unique ride. There's not a whole lot I could really do here. It wasn't like one of the skate parks that I just feel super confident at, because I kind of like bigger stuff, more like proper park riding with transition and stuff. But this was still a super fun place to ride. I did do a really fun double peg. That was my favorite thing I did today. But we are out here just under Interstate 610 in New Orleans, riding a Ryan Sheckler Foundation built skate park. I was not expecting that. This is Lake Pontchartrain. We just had to stop by this little part on the way back to the hotel from the skate park, and this is just right on the edge of Lake Pontchartrain. Look how close to the water you are. Obviously, New Orleans is a little bit below sea level, so look at the view way out there. That's a lot of water. This is incredible. There's some steps right down to the water's edge. That is so good. Way over here, I don't know if you can see it on, you can faintly see it on camera. This is the longest bridge. It's 24 miles. A bunch of little seagulls walking around. This is just such a cool spot to me, and there's a little bit of a bank over there, so I just gotta get my bike out and get some clips. It's not gonna be anything crazy, but riding my bike on the edge of Lake Pontchartrain, how awesome is that? I was not expecting this. This is so unique. We've got the wheels on the bike, so let's go see if we can get a clip out here on Lake Pontchartrain. Just a little bit of the bank where the seagulls were. I think that's gonna be pretty fun to ride. It's not very steep at all, but I can do like a bar spin or something on it for sure. I'll have the water out behind us. It's gonna be so awesome. So cool. It's fun to look out at the water, and bar spinning into here. I was really hoping I could just launch off there straight in for a dunk. Kind of like a bank here and a bank here and a flat part over. I wonder if I can gap over this. I'll have to pedal in there and turn. Let's do the gap. Since we got a little bench, we might as well do a caveman off of it. It won't be big, but it'll be cool. I feel like everything here looks cool just because of the water. This whole spot is so fun. Bar spin was scary because I was just looking right at the water. If I went too fast and just turned a little bit too much, and just go boink. This has been such a fun bike ride. I was not expecting this. This is actually so cool. Look, there's a little bike lane that goes over this bridge. We're not gonna ride it though, but wow, this is awesome. Yeah, that was fun. Cool little clips out here. I think it's our time to leave. We've done everything we can on these little banks, but it's been a blast. I mean, the water's just so cool to me, but check it out. And you know guys, New Orleans has these old streetcars. So look at this, is gonna roll right by us, and he's even got some tinsel on the top for Christmas. Look at that, those are awesome. So here is Caesars Superdome. I thought it was a little bit cooler back when Mercedes-Benz owned the naming rights to it, but now it's Caesars Entertainment. But while we're here, it's actually the high school football state championships going on. So there's a bunch of high school football teams that are gonna be playing today to see who's gonna be the best football team in Louisiana in that dome in New Orleans. So that's pretty cool. It's like a 670-foot span of the dome. At the time it was built, it was the largest of a stadium, but now the largest dome is almost twice the size of that, which is pretty impressive. I don't experience spinny doors much. Those are always kind of fun. There's not one, but two escalators just to get to the elevator section. Opening right on time, perfect timing. This is awesome. And we get to look down in the middle of the hotel, kind of look out and see everyone. Look, there's a little restaurant over there. We can look down on everyone from this elevator and just kind of spot down the whole entire hotel. And there's a city out there. This whole place is so cool. It's actually kind of interesting. So right now we're taking a quick little detour. We're going up to the 32nd floor of this hotel, at the highest one you can get to. And there's a pretty cool panoramic view of New Orleans. We're gonna look out of that. I think I gotta get my kid to get in there. It's like a gym, it's a fitness floor, but it's got an awesome view. We're so high up in this building, we're like in the cinder blocks, and then when you're leaving, you kind of pop out of it, and then we get to see the rest of the hotel down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. That's pretty awesome. But I think it's gonna wrap up our video. I had a blast riding today in this Parasite Skatepark and a little street spot. New Orleans is a pretty cool city. I've been here a long time, and the atmosphere of this place is so unique. It's awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.